It's Laura Eubanks
and Annie Schreck
from Mountain Crest Gardens and Design for Serenity with your succulent tip of the day. And Annie has been gracious enough to take us behind the scenes to talk a little bit about how things go on here at Mountain Crest Gardens. Talk a little bit about propagation. Some of you ask, well, what about, do they grow everything? And I assumed they probably didn't because of the, being zone 6, but it turns out they do grow a lot of stuff. So check this out. Tell them your story here, Annie.
Yeah, so we're in one of the propagation houses here, and we heat our greenhouses through winter so that we can keep all of these tender, soft succulents nice and happy. But this greenhouse is kind of special. We're trialing something new here. So the tables that these are on are actually heated with tubes of water. So just like if you were going to be starting seed, having that it would be conduction heat from beneath. It kind of warms the soil and it helps them reroot faster. So these are all soft, tender succulents that we're propagating from our own stock. And that's one of the great things about being a succulent nursery is that our plants beget more plants, beget more plants.
Unbelievable. You just got to take this in and see some of the fantastic, exciting things that they are growing. A couple of you asked, what is the yellow tape? What's the blue tape? From the video a couple of days ago. What is that all about, Annie?
Yeah, so this is a sticky tape. Same thing with these cards here. And it helps as just kind of a physical pest treatment. So the little gnats and things will get stuck to it.
Oh my gosh.
Gnats and thrips. And it's been working great. We replace it whenever it starts to fill up. And
That's
it
fantastic.
reduces pest pressure nicely.
And then what challenges do you have in this environment growing these plants?
Ooh, the cost of fuel is huge. Getting these through winter, like you said, we have cold winters here, and that's great for all of our frost hardy Sempervivum and Sedum. They've always been our bread and butter, but we're constantly expanding. Now we grow over 1,000 different cultivars, so trying to keep all of those happy is a bit of a puzzle because they do have different light and sometimes humidity needs even. So we have different sections of our greenhouses dedicated to the sensitive ones that want more shade, that want more water, others that want hand watering because they're really particular. So I'd say that's one of the big puzzles, is getting everything timed right and given the care needs that it thrives in.
And the goal there is to offer rare and unusual plants to your subscribers, isn't it? And just your customers in general.
Yeah, and year round is, that's kind of always been our goal. That and having named varieties is huge for us. Like, we really want to be that reputable seller that people know when they're looking for this plant. It is the same as our picture. We have the right botanical information on it. So we really put in the time to have that kind of level of standard and quality.
That's excellent. And for the collectors, you even deal with suppliers from other parts of the world, don't you?
Yeah, we are starting to do some importation of rare succulents. So these are ones that we wouldn't be able to propagate on our own, things that need to grow from seed or tissue culture. So we recently had a really fun batch of very rare varieties from Italy. So things like, do you know the baseball plant, Euphorbia obesa?
Yes, I love that.
So great. And then other variegated ones. The booby cactus just made an appearance. So fun varieties.
Oh, that's exciting.
Right?
And when will those be available to the public?
They're already available on sale. Some of them have sold out very quickly, but I can give you a link to our newest, rarest, funnest varieties.
Oh my gosh. Yeah. Whoa. Yeah, this is, I don't know if you guys can really take it in the video, but this is mind-boggling. Now, how long will it take, say, these sedum, the little sedum aurora plugs, the rubra-tinctums? So these were just cuttings, right? That you set in the little tiny pots.
Yeah.
And then how long will they stay in propagation before they're ready to be sold? How long will you have to deal with them?
It varies a lot, and I would love to have our grower talk to you about specifics of that, but sometimes when they're growing faster, 1 month, when they're growing slower, a couple. Because we are growing year round, it varies immensely. as you know, these have cycles and they're not always growing at their fastest rates through winter out here.
That's right. And you want to make recommendations to your customers as to, you want them to purchase things that look good now versus maybe not so good, because these plants have their seasons just like we do.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that I love about Mountain Crest is their commitment to helping you figure out what's best for you and your growing conditions. So yes, look at these over here, Greg. Look at these Echeveria. I can't even. We've got carunculated. Now remember, the carunculations are a virus. It's not harmful at all to the plant, but some people love it and some people hate it, and I've never met anybody that's on the fence.
Really?
Never. They either
so
love
funny.
this or they hate this. I have this one client, she's a nurse, and she thinks it looks like a skin disease.
Yeah.
So she's not a fan. Personally, I love the carunculated plants. This one, see how Balzac-y that is? Just love it.
Yeah, so out here we have a number of varieties that we're trialing. So we've got our old favorites that are always there, but then we're constantly trying to see if we can grow new things like a variegated Moonglow. We always grow Moonglow; it's very popular.
Dang.
And we're trialing things here because we only want to be selling plants that we are confident we can produce enough of.
Yes.
That are going to be healthy. Some of them just aren't going to be prolific propagators, so we table those.
And maybe those are one-offs?
Yep, everything gets used for sure.
Crested Nodulosa, that's so pretty. And look at those variegated rainbow, Echeveria rainbow.
The variegated Pearl von Nuremberg then becomes rainbow. Yeah.
Just stunning.
Yeah.
Absolutely beautiful.
And the turtles over here were something that was once a thing we were trialing, and now it's a thing we sell, and we've figured out how to grow them in this particular climate and in our coconut coir soil. So we have fantastic growers here, and we're all plant nerds, and so they love to get into this as much as anyone and figure out how to make this a happy plant. And they've succeeded for this one.
Dang. So it's really important for people to remember to check back into the website very frequently, because there's always going to be something new, isn't there?
Yeah, we do.
That's exciting.
1 to 2 newsletters a week, so that's where we're emailing. If we have something cool and new, that's where you'll find it.
Okay, so subscribe to the newsletter for those of you that are collectors and want to get in on rare and unusual. I'm headed that direction.
Yeah.
I'm starting to become more of a collector. It's kind of scary.
I do notice this. People, start off liking Echeveria and the pastels, and then you spend a lot of time with succulents. You start to like weird things.
Yes, weird things.
I'm getting into caudiciforms that for half the year just look like a twig in the ground.
Yeah. Greg likes the caudiciforms
they're fun.
too. Yeah, they're super fun. Well, thank you so much for this behind-the-scenes tour of the propagation, Annie, and for explaining your process. I appreciate it so much. And thank you guys for following. Remember, it's June, right? Yes. It's Pride Month. We've got all of our Pride merch up on the shelf. And also remember that all of the proceeds from everything in the shop this month go to the Trevor Project to support LGBTQ plus youth in crisis. Thank you guys so much for your support, for your purchases, and for Love and Succulents. Bye, guys.